Hi there, I'm Dora from Finyour Fishmonger. Welcome to my kitchen in the Finn home. We're going to be making shrimp kebabs today. Shrimp kebabs are great, winter, spring, summer, or fall. Usually you make them out on the grill, that's true. Today we're going to be broiling them. So before we get started on the shrimp, we're going to be making a whole meal out of this, and we're going to have some rice along with it. And what I've done is put some onion and a knob of butter in with some rice, and I'm going to be browning that rice before I add the water to it. It adds a really nice nutty flavor to the rice, which I totally love. This is the way my mom used to make it. So this is the memory of rice that I have from when I was little. We're going to leave that for just a moment while we get started on our shrimp. So we use 1620 shrimp from Finyour Fishmonger. This is shrimp that has no sodium tripolyphosphate in it, so it has no filler. And 1620 means that there are 16 to 20 in a pound. We're going to be marinating this shrimp instead of putting it on skewer with vegetables or fruits, and you can certainly do that. But you can very easily just pull shrimp right out of your refrigerator and put a bunch of spices into a plastic bag and marinate it for 15 minutes to 2 hours, and then cook it either in a saute pan, outside on your grill, or in your broiler. So I'm going to take my 1620 shrimp and pop them into this bag. Now you can see what I've done is I've put this baggie inside a bowl, so I don't have to worry about the baggie tipping over when I'm adding my ingredients. I'm going to put in some black pepper and red pepper seeds, oregano and parsley. You can totally use fresh. Right now it's not quite fresh herb season, so I'm using dried. I've got some chopped garlic in there. I'm going to put a little lemon. And I'm going to add a little honey as well, if it wants to come out, and it does, awesome. And some olive oil. We'll zip this bag closed, squish it around, and I'm going to put it like this right into my refrigerator. I've actually already got some that I have pulled out of the refrigerator just before you walked into my kitchen. But before we do that, I want to take a peek at my rice with the butter and onion. And it's starting to brown up on the bottom beautifully. Ideally, I would let this get a lot more brown, but because we're close on time, we're not going to do that. I have a half a cup of rice in there, and I'm going to add 1 cup of water. That's what you do with rice. 1 part rice, 2 parts water. So we're going to put that on there, let it boil, and then it'll go down to a simmer for 20 minutes and it'll be done. So let's get back to our shrimp. And I'm going to put them on a skewer. And I say a skewer, but I really mean 2. If you put it on 1 skewer, it's going to spin around whenever you turn it. So we don't want that to happen. I'm going to put 2 skewers through that shrimp. There's no real art to this. It's messy. You can wear gloves if you want to. You can just wash your hands when you're done. I chose to leave the tails on this shrimp. Other folks like to have the tails taken off before the shrimp is prepared. Either way is totally fine, whatever you're comfortable with. And 5 shrimp is good for 1 serving. This guy did not make it onto the skewer. Let's put him back on there. So 5 is good for 1 person generally. If you have folks that are hungrier than that, you can certainly add more than 5 shrimp. You can also change this flavor profile for sure. This is really kind of Italian with the garlic and oregano. You know, you can add some Greek flavors or Asian flavors. So this, along with the other skewers, are going to be popped into my oven. Let me just rinse my hands real quick and then get right back over to you. So I'm going to turn this down to a simmer and leave that there for 20 minutes. And when it's done, it's going to look just like this. So I've browned my rice and my onion. Look at that. Oh, look at that. It looks awesome. And then let me pull out the shrimp that I made before you showed up here. So it's been sitting in the oven for just a minute. It looks a little drier than I want it to. But we'll make it work, right? So we'll plate up our rice with the onions, and you can certainly put parsley in there as well. And then we'll bring our shrimps over and use a fork to get them off of the skewers. And be careful, because those skewers are absolutely so hot. Don't want to burn your hands. And that's literally how long it took to make this meal. When you put your shrimp in the oven, it's going to be 2 to 3 minutes each side. Just set your timer, pop them in, 2 to 3 minutes each side, flip them over. And if you don't let them sit in your oven for 10 minutes before you start filming this, they're not going to look quite this skinny. They'll look awesome. And they taste great. This has no preservatives in them. They're going to taste fantastic. So we appreciate you being here with us in the Finn at Home kitchen. Visit us at 2050 Western Avenue in Guilderland. You can find us at finnshops.com. And we're also on Facebook. Look forward to seeing you soon.